y'all? Welcome back to the Sunshine Way. I am your lovely host Kaya, and in today's video we're going to be doing Southern meal mukbang, but just in general, just a little mukbang while I answer some of you guys' questions that you left me. And this is a Christian girl Q&A, or Christian Q&A, or Christian girl tag, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to be answering your questions about being saved and about having a relationship with God. So anyways, it's kind of like informal, like we wasn't really planning it. I'm just gonna tell y'all about our meal. So what we have here is some delicious baked chicken.
Delicious baked chicken.
Then we got some tomatoes and some string beans, and then we have some rice, and then we have a piece of cornbread. I broke our piece of cornbread in half because I'm trying to stay away from the bread, but you know, whatever. Dallas is drinking strawberry kiwi Capri Sun, and I'm drinking pure leaf extra sweet tea. And honestly, I wouldn't drink it again because it's really not that good. So while we eat, I want to answer some questions. Now, this is questions that I always get from y'all, and questions that people ask me. So the first question I'm going to answer is, how do you stay on track with God? Just a disclaimer, all these questions are coming from how my walk is with God or how I view things. So don't come for me in the comment section. But first question, how do you stay on track with God? To me, how you stay on track with God is just surrendering to Him first of all. Second of all, making sure that you incorporate Him in like your everyday life, and making sure that you're spending time with Him in some form of fashion on a daily basis, and just building on that relationship foundation more than the religious or religion foundation, building more on that relationship with you and God. So to me, that's how you stay on track. That's how you hold yourself accountable. That feel good? No, it's good too. Y'all, this is how we be cooking in North Carolina and southern states, you know. Little country is, can God give you more than one purpose? To answer that question, of course. Of course. We all have a purpose in this life, and sometimes you have small purposes, and sometimes you have lifelong purposes. And once you're saved, another one of your purposes is to bring others to Christ and others to help them understand God, and just, you know, help people start their journey. So but yes, God can give you many purposes. I personally have many myself. I have dance ministry that I love. I also work with kids, and I love that, and that's a whole nother impact on life. I have this YouTube channel. I have a blog. So I mean, it's a whole lot of purposes to go around, you know. And in the Bible, it talks about at a point where Christ had given one person 5 talents, another person 2 talents, and another person 1 talent. So there you go, right there in the Bible. Third question, how have you changed since surrendering yourself or becoming saved? To me, I've changed in a lot of ways, in a sense of my patience. I used to have really small patience, and I used to get annoyed quicker. I'm still working on that, y'all. But I used to get annoyed like really, really fast, really, really quick. And I don't really do that anymore. Another way is seeing things in a whole different light, not worrying as much, and also like just having a different view on things and not being judgmental or not letting a whole bunch of weight sit on my shoulders. Another question, when you hear from God, what does that sound like? So, when you're waiting to hear from God or you think that you've heard from God, it can come in a lot of forms. It could come through music you listen to. It could come through another person. It could come through a sermon. It could come through another sermon that someone is teaching. There's various outlets and mouthpieces that God will use to get to you. And another thing is also listening with your spirit, especially like when you're in your time of prayer, just kind of having that quiet moment after you pray. Because sometimes we tend to pray and then we don't listen for answers. We just kind of like just be talking, and then God, he just be like, when you gonna let me talk or not? How to incorporate God into your busy life. So one way that first of all, let me say, you never can be too busy. You never can be too busy. But we, as humans, especially now, we have a lot on our plates. But everybody can find time throughout their day, whether that's praying on your way to and from work, before you go to sleep at night, or when you first wake up in the morning, spending like some time to do a devotion or read a scripture. We can listen to worship music all throughout our day. During your lunch break, if you have a long enough lunch break, maybe watching a sermon or something of that sort on YouTube, listening to a podcast. You know, it's several ways that you can kind of just do that. And then, of course, you know, Bible studies or group studies where y'all study the Bible together or do devotion together. Church on Sundays, you know. It's a lot of ways. All right. Best advice to a new Christian or someone who wants to give their life to Christ. My advice would be to, like I said earlier, focus on the relationship piece more than trying to worry about tradition or like, oh, this is a religion. Like, focus on the relationship. And once you fall in love, it will be love that you work, your love for God, your love for Christ that you're working through. It won't be like, oh, these are rules I gotta follow, these are things that I gotta do. Like, no, you're just gonna love him so much that you're just gonna respect the things that he put in his word, and you're going to tell everybody about him. Because don't you tell everybody about your boyfriend when you love him? About your mans. Exactly. Okay. Next question. What is something you have to let go? Something you had to let go of when you became saved. So something I had to let go of was worrying and stressing. Like, y'all, when I tell y'all, I used to like worry and stress so much, and that's just not of God. Because if I really truly believe that he's gonna be there for me and do the things that he declared in his word for me, like, why am I worried? Why am I stressed out? Period. And another thing I had to let go of was talking crazy to people. Just in the sense of thinking that I'm right. And honestly, I would be lying if I was sitting here and saying I still don't do it at times. But that's definitely something that I've came down a lot on and that I'm continuing to work on. Someone is like a statement / question. I'm a Christian and I want to stop drinking. What do I do? So, my advice to you would be, if you those drinking buddies of yours, cut it. Like, surround yourself with people who are going to support you and who's not going to bring those things around you that you're trying to stop doing. Like, to be honest, that would be the first thing I would do. And also remind yourself why you want to, and find scripture that back that up, and rest on that, pray on that. Also, just come to God with an honest heart. Like, this is how I used to be. This is who I am, and this is who I want to become. And honestly, that'll be good. Felt God wasn't hearing you, or that He had left you, or have you ever doubted your faith? I feel, especially in the beginning of your walk and you're trying to have a new life and start a new life, and sometimes it's hard for us as humans to understand the plan for our life and the seasons of our lives. So to answer that question, yes, I would be lying if I said, no, I never doubted God. Like, oh, I never questioned anything that He's done. Like, no, like, I feel like that's something we do as humans, and something that as we get stronger in our walk and as we become closer to God, that we let go of, But it's easy to feel that way when your life is like, and you just like, why? Why me? Why me? So yes, I felt that before, but be honest with God, and also just know that He really stands on what He says, and it's a promise, and He means what He said. So you will come out of that bad season if you keep believing and keep faith. Last question. Do the person you date or marry have to be saved? Do the person you date or that you marry have to be saved? My answer is yes. For the simple fact, it does say in the Bible that you cannot be unequally yoked. And on top of that, it's kind of hard in a relationship when you're one person is completely serving and then the other person don't want nothing to do with serving. It's kind of difficult because you're on two different spectrums and you're serving two different people. And so that's going to cause a strain on the relationship in general. Another thing is to realize, as Christians, we're all going to be in different places in our walk, and we're going to be, some are not going to be as mature, and some are going to be really mature in their walk and in their journey and relationship with Christ. But it's that desire, it's that yearn, it is where your heart is, where your spirit is, where your mind is. So even though you and your spouse or you and your boyfriend or girlfriend might be on different levels or different places in your walk, the same desire and love for God and you both being saved is the thing that stands. And that's just where I'm at with that one. So that was all the questions I had. I hope you guys got some of your questions answered. And if you have any more questions, comment down below. Or follow me on Instagram. And DM me, comment on one of my posts or anything like that, and leave some questions down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My little mukbang. I'm not used to doing a mukbang because it's my first one. So I didn't eat all my food like I was supposed to, but next time we'll get it done. Like I said, I hope all your questions got answered, or at least some of your questions got answered. If you want more detail on any of the questions that I answered, then comment down below. And yeah, I'm gonna go finish my food. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you tap that notification bell so you can be notified every time your girl upload. And see you on the next one. Peace. Bye.